So, good afternoon, everyone. Since I was here, we talked about many things. We talked about programming, we talked about intelligent systems, artificial intelligence, gastronomy, landscapes. So we talked about a lot of things. And today I have a new thing, always full of surprises. So, one thing that I like and one thing that I research is computer games. So, I think you like computer games, right? Of course.
Do you like?
I use games in many different ways. I use games in classes. I use games in research. And I use games in entertainment. And I have now a European project that's developing a game for geolocation, for augmented reality in outside. If I'm talking too fast, tell me.
Перевод дозволяет?
You can help me.
Нам сказали, что интересуются играми на реальной основе. То, что...
Don't be shy.
I can speak no idea.
Yes, just the idea. It's the most important. So let's start with your perception. Why do you think you like to play games? Why?
Почему вы любите? Почему вы дома любите?
Because it's my free time. Because I love kill my time. Yes.
What kind of games do you like?
League of Legends, CSGO, Dota.
I think only men's like.
No,
Not
actually.
I don't know women's.
No.
You like.
Девушки тоже любят.
That is an interesting aspect. From 0 to 25 years old, 97% of men, boys, play, and 85% of women play.
От 0 до 25% годов жизни, до 25 лет, 85% женщин играют в игры.
Да.
А из нас 90%.
Кто играет, любит играть? Игры. Компьютерные игры. А с кем?
Anyway, from 25 to 35, 80% men, 79% women.
То есть 70% девушек
Low and women well, relative.
Мужчин становится меньше, а женщин наоборот почему-то больше. В количестве игр.
Встречал женщину.
Over 35, over 40 until 80 years old, 45% women play, 45, and 38 men play. So more women play games.
В среднем за 35
Yeah, it's similar. But as we grow old, women play more than men. So it's interesting. It's a study I did 2 years ago, and I found it very interesting.
In Europe, I think it's one
World. It's a world statistic. Also, playing games is from 2019, so 2 years ago. Playing games is also considered a disease, a psychological disease.
Проблема?
Yeah.
It's a problem?
Yes. By the World health organization. So now, playing games without being able to stop is a disease, a psychological disease.
Only this is like narcotic.
Yes,
Drugs.
yes, like drugs.
Narcotic.
So people don't eat, don't go out,
Yeah.
don't spend time with family, just play, and they can't stop. For 2 years.
This one.
Tell them no, I'm working. I'm moderate. Games are interesting because we don't know why we play. And when I talk with someone, they say, I play because it's fun. And I always tell, no, we don't. You think. Because do you like to play poker and lose? Is it fun? No, definitely not fun. So why do you play it? You're right, I don't know. I don't know. And the answer is, I can't resist.
You can't stop.
I can't stop. If someone comes with chess, or table tennis, or football, we go, we play, we like. And most of the time is not for fun. We run, we tire, we have our body in pain, we feel our head in pain, and this is not fun. No, even regular. Even regular. When I play with friends, we are having a good time. We enjoy being together. But it's hard work. I have to win him. And think a lot. It's a lot of effort. So a lot of work is not fun. But we don't know why. We just know that we play. So, games are interesting. And any kind of games. I visited the Taras Museum in the main square. And did you visit? Did you visit Taras Museum? In museum, who visited the museum? You did? And did you see a stone there with holes?
Yes. On the inside.
Yes, inside the museum, there's a stone with holes.
Yes, this is a Toast.
I don't know the name.
We have national game named Toast Mola.
Yes. So people play since ever. Since humans started to be humans, we play games. And if you ask why, people say it's fun, although it isn't. But we can't stop. So that's the interesting thing about games. And so because of that, I started to study games. What motivates us? How can we improve games? How can we use this environment for other purposes? And I challenge my students. Saying, what do you say if you build a game? And sometimes they do it. And I have a couple of games to show you. Let's see some games and comment on those games. For example,
Внимательно слушайте.
one. Okay, I was in Bregença one day, and we have sound. I was in Bregença, and a student came and told me, I want to build a game. I know that you study games, so I want to build a game. And I asked him, okay, what kind of game do you want to build? And he told me precisely the story, what he wanted to do. And this is the example. Let's see if you can guess what type of game this is. We are not going to look at everything, just a very quick example. So the story of this is a toy robot. Toy robot. Like a Toy Story, yes. And he was connected to the wall, to charging batteries. And there was a storm. And with the storm, the toy came to life. So he became alive. And when he became alive, he realized, wait, if I'm alive, my girl robot, my girlfriend robot, may be also alive. So I'm going to look for my girlfriend robot. And he designed an escape game. Do you know what an escape game is?
Это история игрушки, которая робот-игрушка. И однажды ударила гроза, и она ожила. А потом он начал думать, а что если у меня же есть робот-девушка, и если снова гроза ударит, то она живет, и он ищет предметы, чтобы оживить ее.
Сюжет такой, да?
Да.
And so now he's trying to escape from the bedroom to find the girlfriend. And to escape, it has to find how. And so looking for clues, looking for way out of the room, so that he can.
Квест, да? Квест он находит нужные вещи.
Да.
А вот нашел, да?
И он пытается сбежать из этой
So now he got out of the room and into the kitchen, and now he has to find the way out of the kitchen. And then in the garden, he will have to escape a cat, and for more adventures to find the girlfriend.
Что еще? Что еще можно сказать?
So, this is a very simple game. It was developed fully by one student during 8 months.
А вот платформа.
Unreal Engine.
Unreal Engine это название платформы.
Yes. There are two main game engines that my students use to develop games. One is Unreal Engine, and the other one is more popular, is Unity. In Unreal, you can program in C++ or in Blueprints. Blueprints is graphical. You track blocks, you connect blocks. In Unity, you can program in C#. Okay, so now he's outside. He's going to ride the cat. Oh. And so, just an escape game. And the interesting thing that he did in this game is to transform an escape game into an endless runner. Do you know what endless runner is?
Бесконечно. Ну, то есть игра становится бесконечной, она просто бежит.
Now is not escape, but running.
Может бежит из одного в другой переходить, из одного конца не
Ну, автоматически бежит, а вы должны право-лево понять.
бежит, автоматически все время бежать, да?
Вы должны понять сами.
Молодец.
Как звонит?
Да.
То есть она двигается, а нужно просто...
Запустил.
Okay, so this was one guy. And the following year, I got another student that came to me. The same thing. He came to me and said, I want to make money making games. And I asked him, what kind of games do you like? This.
Tower defense.
Tower defense, precisely. And this is only an advanced part of the game. Because the interesting thing about his idea, I don't have the first level, but the interesting thing about his idea was the game starts black and white, like 30 years old computers, with large squares, but no color, but tower defense. Second level, color, like pixel art. Third level, full art, but 2D, 2 dimensions. Fourth level, 3D, is this one. And fifth level, inside. So the camera is there.
You can teach camera.
Yes. And I found this is interesting. So yes. So starting tower defense in like 30-year-old graphics and sounds, and then evolving until we make part of the game, I found interesting. To build this game, he took 1 year and a half, so 18 months. And this was done in Unity.
Эта игра, в общем, защита своей базы, это Tower Defense. И изначально первый уровень был таким, что это как черно-белая картинка, то есть в 30-е годы как игры были. Но когда переходим на следующий уровень, у нас становится более лучше, графика улучшалась.
Они эволюционируют по времени.
С каждым уровнем она уже эволюционировалась. И вот дошло до такого момента. На следующем уровне можно будет уже перемещаться по самой карте.
Of course, there are several scenarios. Everyone knows how tower defense works?
Yes.
This is also one of my favorite styles. Strategy. So I like this type of games very much.
Ты сам герой.
So it's a little bit complex game. And I don't have here. Let me see.
Эту игру делал один человек за 1,5 года.
No, I don't have it here. I have it in my computer. But in the following year, a girl came to my office in Bragança and told me, I'm this guy's girlfriend. And I also want to make a game. And what kind of game do you want to do? Spatial endless runner. But for virtual reality. So with
Virtual reality?
yes, with the glasses. And with the sword. And was like endless shredder and
Yeah.
fighting with the obstacles and things. And so I tried, and it was very good because it was obstacles coming. We saw the obstacles, and we were like, it was very interesting. And I don't have the video here.
Что сказал сейчас про девушку, да? Вот это я
Это его девушка на следующем году пришла к нему в офис и показала ему эту игру. Сейчас я это рассказал.
А что про виртуальную реальность?
Игра про
Ты
виртуальную
пошла в игру, что ли? Виртуальную реальность?
Нет,
Нет, ну,
это вообще отдельная игра.
Kingdom of Shadows. Другая игра?
Это тоже другая.
Kingdom of Shadows.
Королевство
Тени, да?
This is a team of 2 students, and their main purpose was not the game itself. Their main purpose was realism. I want to have a good-looking game. And what type of game do you want? I don't know. Let's see. But I want to have a very good environment, very nice environment. And so they started to work on this. And since they didn't have an idea, I told them, you'll work during 2 months on the idea. And I gave them a document saying you have to write this document, and in this document you'll make all the design. What characters, what they can do, what are the game mechanics, what are the levels, and so they describe everything in 2 months. And after they got this, so it's a platform game, and the character, the main character, has alter egos.
Alter ego. Второй.
Yeah. So if you press tab, it changes the character. And so it may be a wizard, it may be a warrior.
В одном человеке
Alter ego. Второй я, да, меняет.
It changes the role, and with the role also changes the abilities. This was also done in Unreal.
Unreal, да? Unreal сделал. Что, 2 месяца, что ли? За 2 месяца?
Нет, там есть на идее.
Идеи.
How many time spent this?
On this game,
Да,
10 months.
10 months.
So 2 months thinking,
Planning.
and the rest
8 months
programming.
implementation.
Yes, implementation. This is the fight with the boss in the level. And of course it's not full time. They have classes
Only
at the same time, so yeah, 1 or 2 days per week working on this. But the result is very good for who likes platform games. I enjoyed it very much. It's very rich environment.
And they продают only
Yeah, so
commercial products.
Unfortunately, no. I don't know if it happens the same here, but in Europe, in particular in Portugal as well, IT area has a high employability, and as soon as they finish the degree, they went immediately working. And I still keep contact with all of these students.
Yeah.
From time to time, I send them a text or they send me an email. How are you? How is work? And they still, when I speak with them, they still say to me, I just love games and I would love to live of this.
It's hobby for kids.
Yes, now it's like hobby for them.
Я не могу не смотреть, потому что у них слишком большая, да? Или
Ну, там просто про работу, наверное, сказал. Возможно, и работа попала.
Play, видите, да?
One thing that I like to do, this is like a hobby to me, and I started seven years ago. I was from 2006 to 2013. I was a team in Bragança. So I wasn't a professor, I was just managing. And in 2013 I finished and I got back to teaching. And when I got back to teaching, I was thinking, well, I have to relearn how to teach. I need to adapt, to adjust, to be more close to students, to understand how they learn and how to help them better. And so I started to think about technology or an approach, a methodology called gamification. Have you heard about this? Gamification.
Gamification. This invention of the games in learning process.
Yes.
Another process.
Yes. So gamification is using game mechanics in non-game environments.
Yes.
In my case was class. In class. Yes. And so I have one subject, one course. The name of the course is Network and System Management. So they learn networks, operating systems, and all the enterprise applications. And I designed this course based on gamification. And I have. When I started working on this, I thought I have to give students points. They will earn points and they'll get to the end with points. And I was saying this and I was thinking, this makes no sense. Because students already have points. Is the classification, the grades. So this is not good. This is just changing the name of things. And so I don't want that. And I started to read a lot, to research a lot, and think that games are games. And people when play a game should feel the same psychological effect. Like, I want to go to class. I want to be there, but I don't know why. Just like I explained at the beginning. So, how can I get to this psychological effect? That's the question I started today, remember? Why do you play games? Let me tell you why do you play games. You play games essentially because of three things. First, fantasy.
Fantastic.
So, we live in the real world. My name is Rubio. I'm a teacher. This is reality. When I play games, I'm a prince, I'm an astronaut, I'm an explorer. And so, I'm in a different reality. And so this is fantasy. So this is the first thing that drives us to play games. Another is challenge. Challenge. So
Check yourself.
yes, challenge myself, my abilities. For example, I used to play in Portugal. I used to play for 16 years basketball, and I remember the first time I went to play basketball. I was with the basketball and trying to bounce the ball and shoot to the basket. Okay? And the first time, out. The second time, very out. And it was worse and worse and worse. And what drives us to keep trying? I'll manage. I'll succeed. Yes, so challenge. And keep trying. First, close to the basket. Now I can. And then this is too easy, so I'm going farther. Difficult, but better. Now going farther.
Трудно сообразить.
Growing.
Им как становится слишком легко,
Да, хочет еще
больше
дальше.
увеличивать дистанцию.
And so we feel a need to challenge ourselves. And when thing is too easy, we don't care, it's boring. When thing is too hard, I don't even try. And so we need to find balance.
То есть, если слишком тяжело, вам будет неинтересно.
Легко тоже интересно.
Да,
Да.
интересно.
Обычно человек
Кушает здесь.
выброс адреналина хочет.